support to understand what was going on. The Zoom setting for 5,000 people was running at 300 people. So we unfortunately not be able to do this live stream in multiple languages. I'm sure you understand the complexity when you need to manage multiple languages at the same time. So this is usually how we do our call. We do multiple languages. Our operation and project is present in many countries around the world, and we have some key markets, very important markets like Japan, Taiwan, Vietnam, Thailand, and a lot in Asia. And so we usually support this market in the local language. So I really apologize. We may schedule another call just for the other language in the next coming hours. So probably tomorrow we will get our team to work on the new schedule. So again, I personally apologize for the inconvenience. So the live stream will be English only. And again, don't worry for all the people that was expecting the translation on Zoom. We will reschedule new call very soon. So again, sorry for the inconvenience. Let's get this started. As Vyvo Smart Chain, we are in a very exciting moment, a very particular moment for the entire project. So this is the day that many of you was waiting for. We get in the past few weeks and months huge picture about revealing the exchange, the centralized and decentralized exchange where VSC coin will be listed. And most of the time we have told you on our social media, especially in this Telegram channel, that for the agreement we have with the centralized exchanges, we could not reveal the information before the announcement was coming directly from the exchange itself. So we had that information. We really wanted to share with all of you because the questions, the request information was so many that we really wanted to make you be aware and inform about the exchange. But unfortunately, we could not do that because of legal and compliance restriction. So now that we are close to some of the listing, we will be able to share with you and give you more details, more information about this upcoming listing. But first of all, I would like to welcome to this call and to our Telegram channels. There's so many new members that they probably are joining the channel because they heard about Vyvo Smart Chain from the exchanges that they are already promoting in the past couple of days, the upcoming listing of VSC coin. There are some airdrops content and some other marketing initiative that are on the way. And so we are very much excited and happy to welcome all the new members to this channel. And I'm sure that many of you probably have just few information about the Vyvo Smart Chain projects and the Vyvo project in all. And we would like to invite you to follow the links and the information that usually our moderator share on this channel and of course on all the rest of the social channels, so that you can get a little bit more of what Vyvo Smart Chain is. And of course, please interact with the existing community. Vyvo has a community of many hundreds of thousands of people that now they are moving into this new space, the Web3 and the blockchain. So we have excited members and the brilliant members of this community that they are in the project more than a year, and someone much more than a year. And these are really great resources for you guys, I mean, I'm talking about the new member, to get more information, to also share and understand the real life experience with Vyvo Smart Chain, not just about documentation, but you can talk and you can chat with people that are using our services already. They're already enjoying the a part of the ecosystem of Vyvo Smart Chain that is already live and running. And so that's, in my opinion, is the best way to understand about the project, because you can talk to real people, to people that are already experiencing day by day the benefit that they can get from our products and from our services. This is the first blockchain powered by heartbeats. And of course, many people now they are asking, what do you mean it's a blockchain powered by heartbeat? This is a purpose built blockchain. This blockchain is being built, so the entire project is being built around the idea of Web3 and giving to people the control back to their own health and wellness data, and privacy, and also, of course, the value. So the project is built around the idea that you can get control of your health and wellness data produced by your wearable technology. You can keep them decentralized, so there's no big tech or big corporation that are going to use or misuse your personal health and wellness data. But the most important part is that you will be able to monetize, to participate in that data market that is producing right now billions and billions of dollars for those big tech companies. So you get control of your data and their value, and you can participate into an ecosystem that is building an infrastructure around the idea that you are the most important person into the project. And here's a concept that I really want to introduce, especially for the new people. You used to join blockchain projects where you probably just become an investor. You buy the coin or the token of the particular projects, and then you can get some of the financial benefits. And of course, there are also other to stop your camera. Otherwise, we need to remove you. Okay. So the people that are joining our project, our ecosystem, are not just developers or people that are going to run a node or staking opportunity, or just investing in our VSC coin or tokens, buying from the exchanges. This is a very particular project. The key actors, the key player in the entire ecosystem are the member itself. And for you guys, maybe this is something new, something that usually you don't hear from other blockchain projects, because, as I said, it's just about investing or holding token or staking token, and not more than investment or financial purpose. Here, we have this key player that is the data owner. The data owner and the data producer, which is everybody that wear and use a wearable technology. In this moment, using our own wearable technology, this is produced by our partner company Hilo and Vyvo. So this wearable technology allows you to become a data miner, allows you to run the blockchain, so make the ecosystem fulfill its own purpose, that is decentralized data, and create a big data marketplace where you can monetize your data. And so what this means, that everybody that today is in this chat, in this group, or that they decide to buy or hold some VSC coin, they actually can decide to become a participant member. So you can wear a wearable technology, you can buy one of our wearable technology, or soon you will be able to use hundreds of different wearable technology, including Apple Watch, Fitbit, Garmin, and many others, so that you can start to produce data, produce your health and wellness data. Of course, we are talking about anonymous data, that they are encrypted and distributed on the blockchain, in a way that your personal information is completely disconnected. In fact, we do use data NFT technology, not in a way that many other companies do for collectible, for picture, for art, but we are using as a digital title, as a digital deed of some property. And in our case, the property is your wearable technology and your produced health and wellness data. So you can become part of the ecosystem as a data miners or a data owner, where you can enjoy the data monetization. So you can basically receive VSC coin every day in exchange of the data that you are producing from your wearable technology. This is truly amazing because our community become the most important player in the entire ecosystem in the blockchain. This is happening through the app Web3 application that is in persona. So I guess you guys have heard about in persona and watching to the channels talking about in persona, the features of in persona. So in persona is our first D app, a Web3 app, where you can enjoy the wallet features of a VSC chain, and then use all the data mining features, the data NFT. So it's where you can acquire your wearable technology, you can bind your wearable technology to the data NFT, and you can start to produce everyday data that will be rewarded on daily basis with VSC coin. So we invite you guys that are not just interested into acquire some VSC coin to really test and use the ecosystem, use our wearable technology. You will not experience the new way to manage and control and monetize your data, but you will also have an amazing way to control, track, and monitor your health and wellness metrics every day. Because we do believe that today and in the future, technology will play a very important and key role into your health and wellness management, because you can know about your body, you can know about your status and your health every day, so that you can take action, you can make choices about your diet, about your supplement, about your activities. So that is a tremendous. This is where the whole project is coming from, realizing and recognizing that wearable technology can really change our life in terms of getting better health and improve our quality of life, and why not also to improve the length and the longevity of our life once we are able to properly manage our health status every day. So I'm very, very excited because the community is growing super fast. We're getting 1,000 people every day. If you check out our VSC Explorer, we have surpasses the 53,000 wallet created, with over almost 60,000 NFT active, and people that they're already mining. The numbers of NFT are a little bit higher than the numbers of wallets, because we have many users with the multiple NFT. And this is one of the things that I'm really excited and glad to see people using a 2 or 3 wearable technology on their wrist. It's very nice to see the commitment and the attachment to the mission of the company. And so today, the community is growing. As I say, now we are starting to attract and get people from the other communities. So we're getting people from the exchanges, and we are seeing today few thousand people already joined the channel the past few days. And so please stay connected to this channel. We will make regular updates and information. We have really a lot in the roadmap. There will be a lot to share with you, a lot of functionality, features, and improvement of the ecosystem. New wearable technology coming, the announcement of new on other brands that will be incorporated into the protocol, so that, as I mentioned to you, the next one that will be integrated is Apple Watch. So every users with Apple Watch will have actually the benefit to enjoy the Vyvo Smart Chain ecosystem. This is a message for all our existing members, the data miners, the data owners. You are the one representing today our community. You are the one that is spreading the word, is letting the world know about our projects and our technology. So please be the host, be the people, the guys that is going to advocate for the project, that can give information. So please be kind and supportive, because this is your project, this is your community. So for all those new people that they want information, they have no idea what is going on, please help all our community to grow and understand the potential of Vyvo Smart Chain for the existing market and for new markets that are coming on board. So this is going to be massive. We are now entering a brand new phase of the project. Uh, this new phase is about the listing of VSC, this so weighted listing of VSC coin on centralized and decentralized exchanges. It's a very important moment for us, because we will move from a kind of closed loop management where you guys have been able to cash out your VSC coin directly from our ecosystem. You have been able to purchase VSC coin directly on our ecosystem at fixed price. So guys, for all those people who don't know about Vyvo, VSC and in persona, our members already since January of this year are able to earn the VSC coin from their wearable technology and immediately cash out on our ramp partners. For example, people that are earning VSC coin, they're able to pay and spend their VSC coin directly from the wearable technology that has a MasterCard chipset embedded into the band, so that the VSC coin can be spent directly on any merchant shop and everywhere there is an NFC, a contactless POS. So the ecosystem has been fully functional since the beginning, allowing all our members to benefit and maximize their data monetization, already spending their VSC coin in the market and exchange it for fiat through our ramp partners. So right now, the most important thing that is happening, the VSC is becoming public, which means you will be able to acquire VSC coin directly from the exchanges. You will be able to do your own consideration and judgment on the VSC coin if you want to buy or not. Of course, this is not a financial advice. I'm trying to give you as much information as possible about the upcoming event of VSC be listed on a number of exchanges. So before I start some of the reveal of the exchanges, I also would like to say and tell you that this is not an ending point. This is not like now we are listed on these exchanges. This is a process. It's a process that has just begun and will continue eventually in the next few weeks and months and even a year, where the VSC will be listed and will enter in more ecosystem, in more community. So starting with a few exchanges, but we already have other exchanges pipeline. It's just that we can't reveal right now all the names of the exchanges that we already contracted. But I just want to let you know that this is just the beginning. There will be few exchanges revealed today. Some other will be revealed in the next few days, some other in the next week, and so on. So please understand that this is a process. It's not the destination, okay? So this is very important for you to understand, and also to understand that the approach of Vyvo Smart Chain is about interoperability with other blockchains. So we do believe in the cooperation and a partnership with other technologies, so that our users and our members have the most beneficial usage of our technology, not only on our ecosystem, but also on other ecosystems. So I'm sure you have heard about the VeChain recent strategic partnership where we will promote cross-chain application, cross-chain utilization of our VSC coin and technology. And so there will be other partnership in the future. Why I'm talking about this is because when I'm going to give information about exchanges, I will also introduce information about which version of the VSC coin and token will be listed in that particular exchange. Because right now, and again, for all those people that are new to our channel, VSC coin is a native coin of Vyvo Smart Chain. Vyvo Smart Chain is an hybrid consensus a protocol based on proof of stake and proof of sensing, which is our own approach to the data ownership and validation. So the Vyvo Smart Chain is a layer one chain itself. And so every time we need to list the Vyvo coin on some particular exchange, we need to integrate our blockchain, our RPC nodes into the settings and the configuration of the specific exchange that is going to list us. So on some of the exchanges, the process of integration is still in progress. So we have decided to list our bridge token. So what is a bridge token? Is the version of VSC coin represented on as a token on other blockchain projects. In this present moment, for all those people that are already using In-Persona app where you can enjoy the VSC wallet, you can see that we are already handling 3 networks right now. So VSC, Vyvo Smart Chain Network, Binance BSC network, and Polygon network. And soon we will announce the handling of the VeChain network on our VSC wallet application, and there will be more and other chain that will come in the future. So why I'm saying this is because you have to understand that VSC coin again will be listed on different blockchain. With the objective, of course, that the Vyvo Smart Chain will be our primary, our native blockchain listed on all the exchanges where we will be exposed. So right now, again, there will be some of the exchanges will list our native coin, so VSC coin, and some other will list Binance BSC coin. Okay, so at this present moment, as you already seen in the Telegram group and some of the channels, the first few exchanges that are listing us are Bitmart, Lbank, E2B, and these 3 are ready to go. We have the starting date on 28, and tomorrow you can start deposit on these exchanges. These are the first 3 that we can reveal the name and the information, because they're also promoting right now the listing of VSC coin. Just please note that as a policy of the company, we are trying to be listed only on the top 20 and the top 10 exchanges. I know we have a lot of requests of other exchanges to be added. Probably in the future, we'll be able to also use some other tier 2 or tier 3 exchanges. But right now, we are targeting all the top 20 and the top 10. So, of course, the one I'm mentioning right now, the 3 one I just mentioned, are all in the top 20. And we will have in the next few days other announcement, but because other very important one of the top 10 tiers will be added and will be open. And again, apologize, it's just because the contract does not allow us to share such information, but be sure that we have an entire team that is working on extending and improving the numbers of listing, because we do know the importance of being listed on multiple exchanges, because it's not just because of the VSC can be easily accessible in different geographic areas. but also because we will access to much bigger community with people that they already are in that exchanges, and they will be able to see our coin, to look at our project, eventually just buy our VSC coin, or even decided to join our data mining project at the same time, increasing and improving our community sites. And I'm really very excited that these first three exchanges are already there to go. And again, probably after this call, we will put a schedule on the Telegram channel where you can see when deposits are open. And when I say deposits is open, means you can start to deposit your VSC coin or a VSC token. When I say token, it's because I'm talking about the bridge version on other blockchain. And the pair that is available immediately will be USDT. Okay, so make sure that on the exchanges that you already have an account, or you are creating an account, you can deposit VSC coin or VSC token, and you can deposit USDT for start your operation. So I would like to add a little bit more information in order to have a smooth experience into accessing to VSC coin and VSC tokens. First of all, and this is very important information for all our existing members that are already using InPersona app, is that VSC coin will be also available on our current ramp partners. What I mean for that is that you can still use InPersona app if you want to buy your VSC coin or VSC token, which means you can use currently our available option with the Wert, with Alchemy Pay, directly with our spending wallets. So you can still access to the immediate buy of VSC coin and VSC token without even need to go to the exchanges. Okay, that's the cool features, because especially for those people that don't have much experience on working with an exchanges, and so they can still use our InPersona app to access to our ramp partners, to access to VSC coin and VSC token. What will be the difference between now and the next few days when the exchanges will start to quote VSC coin and VSC token, is that until now the price has been fixed and the supply were coming from our treasury. Okay, so that was the private phase of a VSC coin. So when you were buying from InPersona and VSC wallet from our ramp partners, you was paying a fixed price, and the VSC coin was supplied directly from our treasury. Okay, so in this case, with the listing of VSC in the market, you can still buy from our ramp on InPersona, but the price will come from the exchanges, and also the buying will actually come from the exchanges. So the VSC will not longer come from our treasury. The VSC will be bought directly from our RAM partners from the exchanges. Okay, so that the price action can have all the benefits of people buying our VSC coin also through our InPersona app. And I believe that is very important. Because, as I said, Vyvo Smart Chain at this point is not selling, is not promoting, is not facilitating any purchase of VSC coin from its own treasury or from its own channels. So the VSC coin available will be the one on the ramps and on the exchanges. Okay, so one of the other information I want to give to you is that on InPersona app, to our ramp partners, you will be able to buy all the version of VSC, which means native from VSC Smart Chain, the VSC token from Binance BSC chain, and the version from Polygon. Okay, so you can directly buy from the RAM. And as I said, very soon we will add the support for VeChain version of the token. On the exchanges, the Smart and the P2B, they will initially list all our native coin. Okay, so you will be able to make deposit of VSC coin directly from Vyvo Smart Chain, directly from our wallet, from the VSC network. And so you will have a very smooth transaction because the VSC mainnet is already integrated in those exchanges. With LBank, however, the version of the token listed is the Binance BSC, but the Binance BP20. Okay, so on the LBank, you will be able to operate only with the VSC token BEP20. So if you're not familiar with VSC BP20, you can go on the bscscan.com, the Binance Scanner Explorer. You just type VSC and you can get the contract information, the company information, and all the details to make sure that you are dealing with the right version of the VSC token on BP20. So LBank for now will be the only one to have the Binance BSC version. Bitmart and the P2B will be with native coin and also the other version. So they will also add the Binance BSC version. There will be add the Polygon version and so on. The other exchanges that we are going to announce in the next few days will be the same things. Some of them will list only the native version. Some of the others they will list the token version on other network. But don't be worried about that because we are preparing on our wallet app in Persona. We are preparing bridge functionality. So that will be something we are, as I say to you before, we are supporting very much is the cross-chain capability of our VSC coin and our project. So you will be able to move VSC coin from VSC network to Binance network. You will be able to move to Polygon network. You can move back to our VSC. So you will be able to circulate VSC as much convenient is for you in terms of network that you decide and you intend to use for your operation. So we are trying to build maximum flexibility, maximum benefit for everyone to move VSC around different network. Guys, I know some of you are trying to ask if they can ask questions, if they can talk. This is a live stream. It's our format to present information. So we won't do an interactive conversation here because we have quite numbers of people joining. So please, after the call, use the chat and the Telegram channel to ask your question. We got all our moderator there to answer. I will also answer directly questions. Many times I do. With the moderator accounts. So please make sure that no one will be left without clarification or without an answer. And of course, use our support channels on info.impersona.com, info.vyvo.com, and so also directly from the Impersona app where you can access directly to the support, where we also have a live chat that can support everybody for immediate request. So let's continue. So the listing right now, as I say, the exact schedule will be posted immediately after this call. And sorry if I remark and I come back again on the same point, which is in the next few days we will announce more listing partners. Okay, so more exchanges. This is all centralized exchanges, which I'm talking about. So don't be disappointed that you have not heard about your preferred exchanges or because we know that there are also some local exchanges where we will be listed that will address specific needs in specific countries. So we will have also domestic listing exchanges that will support the local users in their local countries. Not in every countries, because I would say the landscape is very complicated for this topic, but in some of the countries we will have local exchanges. And again, stay tuned on the channel, because you will be able to receive information almost on daily basis. And so you will be updated on the next upcoming exchanges. And as I told you, there are some of them very important. It's not that the one I mentioned are not. As I mentioned, this is all top 20 exchanges, but there will be some important one that you will appreciate very much. So again, if you have a question about how you make your deposit, or what do you, how we can access the exchanges, please use the chat. Our moderator will try to help you out as much as possible. I just want to make one remark. It's a little bit technical, but I want to do, when you transfer, when you deposit your VSC on the exchanges, please make sure that you're transferring to the right network. Otherwise, your VSC will be lost. Okay, so if you're transferring VSC coin from the native chain, from native Vyvo Smart Chain, make sure that that exchange is supporting Vyvo Smart Chain native coin. Otherwise, you will need to use the version of the token that that specific exchange is supporting. Okay, so if for example, in the case of L Bank, which will support initially only the Binance VP20 version of our VSC token, you can transfer coin directly from the VSC network. Okay, you will lose them completely. No one will be able to recover for you. So you will firstly need to bridge the VSC coin to the Binance network. Once you bridge successfully, then you will be able to transfer to the L Bank wallet, in the specific case of L Bank. But that will be also for the other exchanges. Of course, the exchanges that manage multiple chain, like the others I mentioned to you, they are going to manage both VSC, BSC, Binance, and the Polygon. In that case, you won't have a problem when you send the deposit to them. You will likely receive the right network. Okay, so regarding the exchange, I have just one more information. A lot of people are asking for Kevin BTC. Can you please, thank you so much. Okay, so the other piece of information I want to add in this today call regarding the going public of VSC coin is about decentralized exchanges. Of course, we are going to have a decentralized exchanges to have our VSC coin and VSC token. We do believe and support DeFi and, of course, decentralized. We believe this is the future. And we also know that dealing on DeFi and decentralized exchanges is a little bit more challenging and require a little bit more skill and techniques. So not all the members are usually comfortable to deal with decentralized exchanges or DeFi ecosystem. But we do know that this is a very important part of our going public process. And so we will have a VSC coin and token on PancakeSwap for the Binance BSC network, and on Uniswap. We will be using a V3 protocol, which is one of the most effective protocol. And the swap option will be also available on the in-persona wallet app, so that to provide a smooth transaction for our members without moving or leaving the in-persona app in case they want to do swap. We will need a little bit more time for listing VSC on DEX. The reason for that is that, for example, on Uniswap, PancakeSwap, we want to make sure that you will be able to search for VSC token directly and not add the contract as a custom token, because, as you know, right now you can use a decentralized platform like Pancake or Uniswap, but then you need to add the VSC through the smart contract. So we are working to get VSC listed as a token into their list of tokens, so that everybody just type VSC and they can immediately start to swap with other currencies. So stay tuned for the announcement of when decentralized exchange will be available. They are not yet available right now in this round. So this round will be only centralized exchange. And also, guys, I want to be very transparent, very honest to you. This is a very intensive process. I mean, the Vyvo Smart Chain project it's huge, it's big, it's present in so many countries. We have a huge community already engaged with the project, and having a simultaneously list on many exchanges, including DEX, require huge effort in terms of resources, people, monitoring, market makers, and all the monitoring system. I mean, we want to make sure that the listing will be successful, that will be done in a way that we don't make mistakes, and we have our community welcoming the listing without being overwhelmed with too many information, too many exchanges. So the process will be made in a way that we will be safe, and we will be able to communicate promptly to all our members. So please don't, as I say, don't get mad if you don't see so many exchanges at the same time, but please enjoy the journey with us. This is not a destination. This is the journey that we are going to make together with all your support. And we are working to make VSC successful, and especially this listing moment is it's very critical, because it's the first time VSC get exposed to the public, and we are now going to test the interest. We're going to test the willingness of the members of many community that don't know us, don't know the project, of committing to our VSC coin. So talking about commitment, I'm going to move into our next topic for today's call, which is the staking opportunity. Okay, the staking opportunity, and then I will tell you why this is related to the word I use, commitment. Okay, the staking opportunity. This is a blockchain based on proof of stake, and the proof of stake is the way the entire network is secure and is run and is decentralized. So, as I mentioned in one of my previous call, Vyvo Smart Chain is about to be open for anyone to become validator. Okay, so anyone can become validators, can run a node, and can contribute to the validation of the transaction, and of course to the securing and decentralization of the network. This is a process that is it's ongoing. This is just starting. We have a model of proof of stake that have two important actors, that are the node validators and then are the delegators. So to run a node validator, it's a big commitment. You need to run a specific hardware. We have already published the requirements on our new website, vyvo.com. So you will need to run a specific hardware. You need to have internet bandwidth. You need to have storage. So it's something that you need to be very specialized if you want to run a node as a validator. So we have another form of participating into securing the network, which is the delegation. Okay, so anyone can delegate their stake to the validators. Okay, so you can be able to delegate any amount of VSC coin to a validator, and then a validators will revert to you the proof of stake earning based on the APY, and they will retain some commission for the service that they are providing. This is a typical model. I mean, it's a model used by many blockchain, like Polygon, for example. And then it's a very much proven model that not only offer an opportunity for people to stake and participate into the decentralization of the network, but will also give you the opportunity to grow the infrastructure, to grow the ecosystem, and to make it healthy. Okay, so we expect huge participation from our community, both on running the validator nodes. So very soon, the information about running a validator node validators will be given to everyone. So this opportunity will be open for anyone who wants to become a validator. So we are targeting now the first 1,000 validators that will join Vyvo Smart Chain. This will be very ambitious and I would say bullish kind of objective. It's a brand new layer one. It's a brand new mainnet. It's just been in the market, but our objective is to reach the first 1,000 validators to be onboarded in the next few months. That will be allowed to have a kind of record breaking into the entire blockchain industry with such big numbers of validators to be added to our network in a short time. Of course, it's not happened yet. This is the objective that we are putting in, we are setting in Vyvo Smart Chain, and we feel bullish. We feel very confident that these numbers of validators will be possible. So meanwhile, there are some validators that have been already onboarded in a kind of control environment, because as you know, this is this blockchain is a startup phase. We have a lot of developments going on to be completed. So a lot of moving parts are still moving. And so one of our partner, Audi Digital Bank, is going to be one of our first validator, and then the offering of the staking through delegation will basically happen in the next couple of days. So this is the big news today, guys. The staking as a delegation will start immediately. Again, we are waiting now the developers team to publish the features, to publish the option. The very first way to access to staking will be through our in-person app. Okay, so the in-person app is running a full wallet for VSC, and on this wallet you already have the typical features of the wallet to make transfer, deposit, to swap, to buy. You will have the bridge, and directly on your in-persona app you will have the option of stake. Okay, so it would be very convenient and immediate accessible for everyone that has a wallet on in-persona to stake their VSC coin. So on the if you know the wallet page, the menu, sorry, you have a few features to operate your wallet. Then you will see appear a new tab, a new button that is called stake. Okay, so from this stake option, you can do one click, couple of maximum 2 click to stake your VSC coin, and you will be able to access to few options to stake. You can have a 1 week vesting period, so lock-in period. So you will stake for 1 week, and then you can unstake and claim your rewards. We will have the 1 month staking, a lock-in period, 6 months, and 12 months. Of course, different lock-in period are offered by our validators partners at different APY rate. Of course, longer is the lock-in period, higher is the staking APY staking reward. For the documentation I have got the privilege to access in the past few days, I know that the APY will go from 14% to 28%. Okay, so it's very high, very generous. Of course, it's so high because it's just the beginning. I mean, the numbers of validators are still very low, very little. So the APY at this particular moment of the history of Vyvo Smart Chain would be particularly high for the reason I just mentioned, because the network is just starting, and so the opportunity to enjoy a higher APY will be very much possible at this stage. Again, this is not a financial advice. I'm trying to give you information about the upcoming features offered by the protocol itself. So this is part of our consensus mechanism, it's a part of our POS consensus and validation mechanism that is implemented on our layer one blockchain. So validators will run nodes, and the delegators can be able to stake their own staking with no limits. So you don't have minimum staking. Validators have a minimum staking. So validators, if I'm not wrong, they have to stake minimum 500,000 VSC. The delegation can happen on any amount, so you can stake 100, 500, 1,000 coin to the staking contract. I think there is a minimum, but the minimum is just connect to be sure that is at least the gas fee required for the transaction. So we don't want you to stake one VSC and pay one VSC of gas fee. So of course there will be a minimum connect to the gas fee required for the staking. And again, there will be a staking with a very short lock-in period, so it will be just 1 week, and then you can unstake and you can do whatever you want with your VSC coin. The rewards will be calculated every day per seconds, which means you can claim your rewards anytime, and the calculation will be up to the last second that the stake was actually there. So rewards can be claimed any moment, and they are not locked, of course. And so you will just follow our login schedule offered and proposed by the validator. So stay tuned. The Impersona app will receive an OTA, an over-the-air update soon, probably in the next few hours, maximum tomorrow. Our developers are testing and making sure that all the functionality are correctly implemented. So again, you will be able to not only be an investor, a trader, but you will be able to be part of this amazing project and to pay and make the most important contribution for the growth of the ecosystem that is securing it through the growing of the node validators network. So again, we have a very ambitious objective that is in the next few months to have our first 1,000 validators up and running. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge that, however, we're opening to all our community, and we are sure, as the previous challenge that we have given to you have been always successful. I cannot stop to remind about the over 53,000 wallet and over 60,000 NFT created, minted in the next past few months with an amazing success and positioning of the project worldwide in so many countries. So guys, I don't want to keep you busy any longer. I think the information I have provided to you have all the details for the upcoming listing. But as I mentioned before, stay tuned on our Telegram channel, but also our Twitter, our Discord, our Facebook channels. We have in Asia channels on the line. So please stay always connected, because we have really a lot of news to share with you. And the best way to stay updated on our project, on our progress and updates, is our social channels. We really want to invite you, and especially our current member, to make sure your members, your community, join our social channels. We still have to, comparing with the size of our community, the size or numbers of people are using our NFT and our wearable technology every day. We still have too few people have joined our social media. So please make sure when someone mint a new NFT, download an app, or buy a wearable technology, to invite them to the channel, because the channel is not only to get updates, is to chat and share experience with other members. You will get 1,000 of members ready to help you if you have a question, if you have doubts, if you have a problem. You have moderators that are always there to direct you to the right source of information or links or platform, so that you will never be left alone. If you're not connected to our social channel, that is the moment where our members, they may feel alone, they may feel disoriented when they have a technical problem, when they are receiving their wearable technology, or they have to mint their NFT and they have a question or doubts. Because guys, this is all new. This has never been done before. This is a brand new project. It's a brand new approach to Web3 in the wearable technology space. And so a lot of unknown is in front of us, and the only way to handle and manage the unknown is to be together, to work together, to help each other. And so I will never stop to stress the fact that we need to get people on our social channel. We need to get our new members on the social channel. So if one of the incentivation could be that we are going to have periodic updates. We are going to have an AMA session. We're going to have a live stream like this one today. And we will handle also in different languages. I hope that the Zoom technical problem will be resolved today, so that we can schedule another call for the other languages. So again, guys, we apologize that we have not been able to run this call and this live stream in the other languages. We do apologize. We understand the importance of listening and information in your own language, but please accept our sincere apologize for that. So I really want to thank you again for your time. And I'm sure that the chat will be flooded by questions and comments in the next few hours. So we will try to do our best to answer as many questions as possible. Thank you so much for your time, and enjoy this amazing moment that is in front of us for the Vyvo Smart Chain project. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day.